Good, happy Wednesday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, Exeter moves closer to outdoor watering ban. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
The average American visits about 7 different websites before booking a hotel. I totally get that.
Irrigation systems in Exeter will go quiet. In fact, no outdoor water use of any kind will be allowed if the Select Board in Exeter approves Public Works recommendations.
Yes, this is a new situation for us. We haven't had to do this in any recent past.
The Exeter River, in addition to being impacted by dam work, is down several inches in the last few weeks.
And I think as our water levels go down, we're concerned about providing good, safe drinking water.
Exeter has been relying on its surface water. Aquifers that provide its wells already impacted by the extreme drought. The restrictions would include well owners, too.
Even if you're on an individual well, you're still drawing from the same aquifer. You're still drawing from our same groundwater supply.
Most water users, especially gardeners, have already seen the impact of the drought and are on board.
No, you gotta have water to drink and you have to save it.
Total water bans becoming more the rule than the exception on the seacoast.
We're very dry. I think we're historic dry now.
Portsmouth making a similar move next week. Though hand watering of gardens may be allowed, the water flow needed for quality and to meet demand each day setting a record low.
The gauges we track on the rivers that feed the Bellamy Reservoir hit a all-time low yesterday. That's an 80-year low.
Well, there are some conservation measures we can take. This is a rain barrel. They're not that expensive, and they collect pretty readily any amount of rainwater, and you can put water from your dehumidifier in it. And in Portsmouth and some other communities, there's an offer of a hefty rebate if you invest in low-flow appliances like washing machines. Reporting live in Portsmouth, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Man pleads guilty to selling drugs that led to deaths. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
I'll change today.
Without an appointment, try in like 2 weeks.
There has to be an easier way.
Come to Auto Fair Honda, home of the $17.95 oil change.
I don't have an appointment today. Is there any way I can get an oil change?
Of course. We'll have you out of here in 39 minutes or less. Or it's free.
Servicing your vehicle is fast and easy at Auto Fair Honda. Call or book your appointment online at autofairhonda.com.
Auto Fair makes it happen.
Matthew Nichols is remembered as a young man who trusted his friends and loved to play music. But that life ended the day after Christmas in 2014 when he overdosed on heroin, drugs that were sold to him by Benjamin Bundy.
The life that Matt gave to me is gone. But maybe tonight, if I dream, I can be with my Matthew again.
Bundy pleaded guilty to his role in 2 heroin-related deaths today. First, there was Nichols. Then, in January of this year, prosecutors say he facilitated the suicide of Jennifer Azara by providing her with a deadly dose of heroin, knowing she wanted to kill herself.
Time changes nothing. I miss her as much today as I did the day she died.
Bundy was sentenced to a minimum of 15 years in prison, a punishment that prosecutors hope sends a message to drug dealers in the midst of the state's heroin crisis.
I would submit that this case really is, in fact, a dismal testament to where all of this ultimately leads.
For all of this, I can never forgive Benjamin Bundy. No amount of jail time is enough for what he has done to Matthew and the immense pain and suffering he has caused my family, myself, his mother and her family, and his many friends.
Bundy sat stoically and said nothing until Azara's father, Joe Brissett, spoke.
But 15 years, you get a second chance. I hope you use it wisely, because Jenny doesn't get any.
Judge Diane Nicolosi said today these cases are tragic for everyone involved, adding that these people needed help trying to live, not help trying to die. Reporting live from Andy Hirschberger, WMUR.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Tropical system may impact New England on Labor Day weekend. A storm in the Gulf of Mexico has just strengthened to become the 8th named tropical system of hurricane season. Tropical Storm Herman has wind speeds up to 40 miles per hour and is continuing to strengthen in the warm Gulf waters. Herman could move close to New England over the long holiday weekend. The track of this tropical storm will take it northeast into the Big Bend of Florida, where hurricane and tropical storm watches are now in effect. The storm could reach the area by Thursday morning, bringing rain and gusty winds. Tropical Storm Herman will then cross over Florida and the Carolinas before returning to open water off the coast of the mid-Atlantic by Saturday morning. At that point, forecasters become uncertain. Some computer models show storms drifting out to sea, while others do bring the storm back inland into New England on Labor Day. Trump didn't discuss border wall payment with Mexican president. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
0% on select Subaru models during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, now through August 31st.
We didn't discuss that. We didn't discuss who pays for the wall. We didn't discuss.
Mr. Trump, so over the course of this campaign, do you regret some of the things that you have said about Mexico or Mexicans to take them back? And same to you, Mr. President. You've had some very harsh words directed towards Mr. Trump. Would you like to take back some of those? And the wall, is it a non-starter? Is there any chance Mexico pays for the wall?
Well, I'll start. I mean, nothing like an easy question like that. We did discuss the wall. We didn't discuss payment of the wall. That'll be for a later date. This was a very preliminary meeting. I think it was an excellent meeting. And we are, I think we're very well on our way. A lot of the things I said are very strong, but we have to be strong. We have to say what's happening. There is crime, as you know. There's a lot of crime and there's a lot of problems. But I think together we'll solve those problems. I really believe that the president and I will solve those problems. We will get them solved. Illegal immigration is a problem for Mexico as well as for us. Drugs are a tremendous problem for Mexico as well as us. I mean, it's not a one-way street. And we will work together and we will get those problems solved.
Okay, and there you go on that report. LAX Panic sparked by man in Zorro costume and loud emergency locks, officials say. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Of jobs. You can read the plan here.
Let's turn now to the chaos at the Los Angeles airport. Word of shots fired triggering panic and mass evacuation. Thousands of people running for their lives, some out through security and right onto the tarmac. Police officers rushing in with their guns drawn as other passengers duck and take cover. ABC's Kana Whitworth is at LAX tonight with what brought that giant airport to a virtual standstill.
Sunday night at LAX, police first responding to reports of a man dressed in black, wearing a mask and carrying a sword. Officers quickly surround the man, ordering him to the ground. But at the next terminal, reports of gunfire.
The shooting in progress, LAX.
no number of shots.
Police with guns drawn, searching the airport while hundreds of passengers raced outside, some past security checkpoints. Panic spreading quickly through social media. A ground stop ordered for all flights.
All of a sudden, there was a flood of people saying there's a shooter.
ABC's Matt Gutman was at the airport.
Everywhere, people having to hoof it to try to get where they're going, even out of this airport. Pretty chaotic here and pretty scary here.
Actor Josh Gad there as well with his family, tweeting, "Got my kids," and ran for dear life. ABC security consultant Steve Gomez says you can't take any chances.
You either run, hide, or you fight. So if you can't run away because you're in an area where you're just closed off, then you have to hide somewhere.
In the end, it was a false alarm. The street performer in the Zorro costume released. He later spoke with ABC affiliate KABC, concealing his identity.
I get the police all around me. I'm not even thinking about what I was wearing.
It's just the latest panic triggered by a false alarm. 2 weeks ago at JFK Airport, passengers ran to the streets after hearing loud bangs that many mistook for gunshots.
And Kana joins us now from LAX. Kana, there were actually a few people who were hurt in the chaos?
Yeah, Tom, 3 people were taken to the hospital with minor injuries after they were trampled trying to escape. And tonight, police still don't know what those noises were that prompted that initial 911 call. And authorities saying this level of panic just goes to show how on edge travelers are right now. Tom?
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.